Okay, let's get into Perl programming. We're talking about variables, right? Variables. I already told you like there are three data types, like scalar. Second one is array. Third one is hash. Okay, scalar, array, and hash. Coming to what is scalar? Uh, Scalars are simple variables preceded by dollar sign, where we can store a number, string, sorry, my bad, string, and probably a reference. I already told you we'll deal reference later. Array is an group of scalars, group of scalars where it is represented by it. It has an array index starts with 0, index, let me write it, index starts with 0 and ends with n minus 1. Hash is a unordered list of unordered lists, lists or sets of uh, key or a value, key or a value is preceded by percentage symbol. Okay, get into let's deal with in order wise. We'll talk about scalars first. Already I told you scalars are nothing but simple variables preceded by dollar sign where it can store numbers. May let's talk about numbers, strings, references. Let's deal with this later. Let's let's talk about this later. Okay, coming to numbers. What what type do we have? Like integer, negative integer, float, scientific notations, hexadecimal and octal. Hexadecimal and octal. What is coming to integer? Example is like 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 999, 10,000, 9,999, and so on. Positive number without any uh, decimal digit in it. Negative integer, it's like -100, -20, -1, -999, -2894, something random number with negative sign. What is float? Floating point is like with decimal point, a number with a decimal point. Alright, point. For example, like 1.1, 0.1, 0.9, 0.0009, 9.99, 99.9, These are some random examples for it. Coming to scientific notations, it's like 18.03 E7, which contains this E. I I don't know if you can correct me. I never understood this number. What is this E? If you understood what is this E, just comment below. All right, coming to hexadecimal and octal. Hexadecimal is nothing but having hexadigits, that is from 0 to F. Hexadecimal will be like 1AF. You will be, this is an hexadecimal number, and you will be, let me write it here. Hexadecimal, right? You'll be writing it as 0x1abc or 0x f f f, or like that. We will be using this notation. In octal number, that is 0 to 7, we'll be only having 8 digits. So we'll be, the combination of digits between 0 and 7 gives us octal number, like 0 0 0 to 7 7 7, whatever number comes between this. For example, we'll take 0 8 9 8 6 7. Is this octal number? No, because it's 8. Let's talk about 0 5 6 7. It is an octal number, we can use it. Okay, these are the types of numbers. Strings are nothing but elements in double quotes or single quotes. Single quotes is also treated as string. It's not a character like in C or C++ or whatever language we use before. Strings, coming to strings. Like for example, hi is a string, a is a string, 0 empty string, null is a string, AB is a string. These are the single quotes, right? These are single quotes, not double quotes. Single quotes. Coming to ABC is a string. I already gave that example, right? X, Y, Z, E, E, D, A, E, I, D, H is a string. Everything comes in this under these double quotes is known as string, right? Let's talk about this references later, because it's a huge topic, right? Let's talk about the references later. Coming to numbers and strings, let's begin some small programming with strings. Alright, I already told you about those numbers, right? What are those? Integers, oh sorry, in, integers, floating points, negative integers, hexadecimal, octal, and what we have learned, scientific scientific representation of numbers. Let's try to implement. Let's make our programming easy by implementing these numbers, right? Integer, float, negative, and hex. What is negative integers? Alright, I already told you scalars are started with preceded by a dollar sign. A dollar sign. Remember it. A dollar sign is whenever a variable uh, name is, if a variable name is preceded by a dollar sign, it is known as scalar. dollar a equals to 20, dollar b equals to hello, dollar c equals to, I'm sorry, I'm not, it's messy, right? It's 12.5, dollar b equals to -10. See, everything, this is a scalar, this is a scalar, this is a scalar, everything is a scalar. Okay, uh, that's enough actually. Why to get things complicated? Let's print these numbers out. Print dollar a. What will be the output? Output. Let's print everything. Print dollar b. Similarly, print dollar c and print. Let's do it here. I'm sorry, my pen is bad. Dollar d. Alright. What will be the output? Dollar a. And the output will be 20. Dollar b. It's hello. Dollar c. It's 12.5. Dollar d. It's my -10. Alright. Have you observed a thing? Basically, in C programming, we'll be writing integer as int a equals to 10 or int a equals to -10, or float b equals to what I'm doing here? Okay, 12.5, and string and char of str of array size like 10 or 20 equals to HELLO. Alright, we'll be using something like this, and see, that's all. We are using the separate data type for integer, separate data type for float, separate data type for strings. See, what in this programming we'll be using a single data type called scalar data type, where it can mm, take any value like a string, anywhere like a string or integer or floating point or negative number or octal or decimal or hexadecimal representation. I already told you uh, about things like I said you to remember a point where I'll tell you now. I already told you about hold on. Before after I think while I'm explaining about syntax overview, I told you that uh, our Perl has is a dynamically interpreting language. What I meant to say is uh, The Perl interpreter will choose its type based on the context. Have you understood? Perl chooses its context as a. Oh, where is that? Man, I missed it. Yeah, it's here. Perl chooses its context as per uh, data itself. See, am I declaring any data type here? No, right? I'm just using a scalar data type. I'm just using a scalar data type. I'm just using a scalar data type here. And I am giving an integer value. Similarly, I'm using a scalar data type and giving a string value. I'm using an floating scalar data type and giving a floating point value. Similarly, I'm using a scalar data type and throwing a native integer into it. See, that's what I said. What is it? Perl interpreter will choose. Perl interpreter will choose the type based on context of data. Sorry about this. Okay. This is all about this is about scalar data type. Let's get into a practical programming session. All right. Let's $a equals to 10. Uh, $b equals to some. Let's give it again hello world hello or something else into a string, which is string. $c equals to -10. $d equals to what's left? It's floating point 12.05. Okay, let's print these values onto our screen. Print $a. Sorry, it's dollar. It's not at. At means array, right? It's dollar. It's $a. Similarly, let me copy this. $b, $c, and $d. Let's save it as in same file, previous file called mul.pl. I'm saving it. Okay, let me save it again. I've saved it, and sorry. Alright, let's begin execution. Actually, I didn't intended it, so I mean indented it, so it came in a single line. Let me do it first. Actually, after this one, let's talk about interpolation concept in Perl. See, it is an integer. Comments are given with hashtags. Perl comments are started with hash symbol, hash string. This is string and this is negative integer. No, what is it? It's a float. All right. These are the different data types stored into a. These are different types of data stored into a single data type called scalar, where it can take integer, it can take string, it can take negative integer, or it can take anything as as per context. It converts into an the type where as the type. For example, I gave integer here. The interpreter converts this a into an integer. Here I gave it as a string. The b will be interpreted as a string, and I gave it as a negative integer. This is also interpreted as a negative integer. We are not mentioning anything, any different data types for different values like integer, strings, or floating points, whatever. Got it? And that's all about scalars. Thank you very much.